Good to go?
Are we ready?
I think they're doing it right now. Yep.
We're live.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the November 10th, 2025 meeting of the University City Council to order. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Clay,
Present.
Councilmember Teeman,
Present.
Councilmember McMahon,
Here.
Councilmember Brenner,
Present.
Councilmember Fuller,
Here.
Councilmember Smotherson,
Here.
Mayor Crowe.
Here. Before you, you have the agenda. I believe Mr. Rose has changed the agenda.
Honorable Mayor and council members, I would recommend removing item K2 as the first item up under the city manager's report, section L.
Thank you. Is there a motion to make said amendment? Motion made by Councilmember Smotherson. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Fuller. Just voting on the amendment. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have. You have before you an amended agenda. Is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Councilmember Smotherson, seconded by Councilmember Teeman. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. In your package, you have a 100th birthday celebration of Charles Klotzker. I have it on good information that our proclamation made his day because unbeknownst to me, he loves proclamations. And he has an entire wall evidently of proclamations. And so ours was added to his wall. But if you get a chance to read the proclamation, incredible life that Mr. Klotzker has lived and added to our community. You have before you the October 27th, 2025 study session minutes of residential parking permit and public safety update. Is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Councilmember Brenner, seconded by Councilmember Smotherson. Is there discussion?
I'll abstain. I was not present.
Thank you. I believe I was gone too. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have. You have before the October 27th regular meeting minutes. I believe the council member, you'll be abstaining on this as well, Mr. McMahon. Is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Councilmember Fuller, seconded by Councilmember Smotherson. Is there discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Mr. Fuller. Microphone.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Mayor. And I would like to reappoint John Owens to the Board of Adjustments.
Thank you. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember McMahon. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Please note that Matt Hayden was sworn into the Park Commission on October 31st, 2025 in the city clerk's office. We'll now note that this is the first section for citizen participation. If you'd like to speak, there are sign-up sheets by the door. Please sign one up. You can speak either on agenda or non-agenda items. When you come to the microphone, please give your name and address and hit the button at the bottom and turn on the green light. I think we only have one person who'd like to speak at this time on a non-agenda item. That would be Liam Brick.
Evening, everyone. Liam Brick, resident 1079 Wilson Avenue. Mayor Crowe, members of the council. The RFQs for the title and appraisal service closed on October 31st, 2025. Excuse me, lost my voice last week. Reviewing and approving the vendors for these services is the first step of many to move the buyout along. We understand that the city is reviewing the awards and making sure that the vendors are responsive to your requests. Afterwards, the contracts will need to go through a legal review before approval. In voting to approve these vendors, the city council will allow the process to continue, meaning we'll be able to move on from the house and into a new place of our lives together. We know that there are many items brought to you that require a great deal of attention. We hope that the project remains a priority for each of you and that the hustle and bustle of the holiday season does not cause any unnecessary delays in the review process. There's finally light at the end of this tunnel, and we have lived in for 3.5 years. We are grateful that you have taken the time to understand our struggles and offered your sympathy along the way. Now is the time for action. Thank you for being a part of moving this process along so quickly so that our lives can finally move along. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I believe that is our only citizen comment at this time. Are there any council comments at this time? We have no public hearing. You have before you a consent agenda with two items on it. Item 1, Ameren easement. Item 3, now the emergency Centennial Common sidewalk repair. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Motion made by Councilmember Clay, seconded by Councilmember McMahon. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Mr. Rose.
Honorable Mayor and council members, this item K2, asks that you consider the award of a contract to Meyer Contracting for $133,566.26 that will be used for street maintenance on Etchell Street. I would ask Public Works Director Marilla Kelly to present this item.
Thank you, Mr. Rose. Good evening, Mayor and council members. A brief background for this Etzel project. On October 28, 2024, St. Louis County CDBG office specialist has contacted Public Works staff and provided an update on the status of the FY24 CDBG application. The 2024 CDBG funds were approved. However, the originally proposed street wasn't approved because it was located within a floodplain. As a result, St. Louis County didn't release the allocated funds and requested that the city select another location that lies within the eligible CDBG map and is not located on the floodplain. Public Works staff reviewed the CDBG eligibility map and identified candidate streets that met these requirements. We prioritize streets that are not within the floodplain, are within the CDBG eligible area, have low PASER ratings indicating poor conditions, pavement conditions, and fit within the available grant funding. We first looked at the streets that most residents have complaints, and I have showed the CDBG, I have attached the CDBG map here if you're would like to look at that map. We evaluated the PASER ratings to identify this in the worst condition. Based on the analysis, Etzel Avenue from Pennsylvania to Ferguson was selected with PASER 8 for segment Ferguson to Purcell and PASER 8 2 segment Purcell to Pennsylvania. This street meets all eligibility criteria and represent that best candidate for this reallocation of funds. St. Louis County reviewed this street and approved the selection of the new location. And the city staff has requested the council on April 28 to reallocate the funds to this street on April 28, 2025. This is the brief introduction to this.
Thank you, Public Works Director. We'd be happy to respond to any questions that you have.
Other questions from members of council? Councilmember Smotherson.
Thank you, Mayor Crowe, and thank you, Marilla, for that report. I do have questions on this, and I just wanted to get clarification so that I better understand this. But before I ask the question, and what I did was I pulled this from our website, the city's website, and I'll read part of it. And it simply says about the community development block grants, and it says these funds are provided annually to support housing programs and community development projects in low to moderate income areas of University City. And it goes on to say, prior to the availability of the funds, finance holds a public hearing to hear citizens' comments on recommended uses for the funds. These comments are shared with the city council, which approves how the funds will be used once the funds are available for use. And it goes on to say finance tracks the expenses and all of that. A public hearing is usually held in the summer and funds become available after January 1st of the following year. And I did email the city manager the questions, and I'll just go through them real quick.
Mhm.
And that is, when in 24 was the public hearing held? And, as it was stated on our website, also how was the decision made? And I did hear you in reference to how that was made. And then the last question is, what is the date of the next public meeting for Community Development Block Grants Fund? So that's my questions.
As I'm understanding the process during the application for the funds for the CDBG for the one location, it's part of the CDBG review. The St. Louis County has to be provided with public hearings. We have to post them in 3 locations, which we did during, and this is included on the
Excuse me.
but we included this on the CDBG reallocation of funds. So the public hearing has been included on April 28th. And we posted in the 3, library, Human Park Community Center, and here at the, so we have to post and to provide CDBG office from St. Louis County where we have posted it 2 weeks in advance and all of that requirement. So that it's part of their review process.
Okay, and I'm sorry, the library and what was the other locations?
Human Park Community Center.
He-Man, okay,
I have all the pictures because I posted them. I
Sure,
put them on
sure.
the door myself. Yeah.
okay. And so you said library, Human Park, community, and the
And
last?
here, city.
City Hall, okay.
Yeah.
And again, that way I can actually explain this and
Sure.
better understand what's going on. So, and then lastly, again, so April, will we be requesting, community development block grants in 26? Because again, so I just want to be sure, and that's going to be done in April of each year? Is that correct?
Typical Brooke apply for these funds and on October maybe.
So we don't have a set time period, Councilmember Smotherson, of when we have the hearings. We get notified by St. Louis County when the application is available. And then we schedule everything within the time frame that they give us. Usually we get that around the first quarter of the year. They'll mail the application to us, and then a street is selected. Historically, you all have chosen to do street projects and fund public safety in those areas. We have considered other possible avenues for the CDBG funds, but for now, we've stuck with what you all have done traditionally, which has been a street project and some funding going to public safety.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I just wanted to say, please, let us know when that's going to be posted next year in April, or whenever you get the notice, so that that we're updated and then can actually bring in more public input on that. So thank you. I appreciate the answers.
Any other questions on this particular item? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Councilmember Smotherson. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Clay. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Mr. Rose, anything else?
Mayor, there are no updates for tonight.
Thank you very much. We have no unfinished business. We'll now move to new business. We have Resolution 2025-13 Fiscal Year Budget Amendment Number 4. Is there a motion to approve? Motion made by Councilmember Brenner. Is there a second? Seconded by Councilmember Fuller. Is there discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. We'll now move forward to council reports and business. Are there any council members who have reports from any of the commissions to which they work with? Councilmember Brenner.
Thank you, Mayor. I attended pension last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure anymore. And the thing that I want to share with council is that the pension board reviewed the audit that looks at the uniformed pension plan. And they're very eager to start working on fixing it so that it becomes over 80% funded. And I guess we're going to be getting the report to be reviewed soon. So I just want to let you know that the pension board is very eager to get started on it. That's all. Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing nothing else, Madam Clerk, do we have any other requests to speak from citizens?
No, there are none.
Thank you very much. Are there any council comments this evening? Councilmember Teeman.
Honorable Mayor, my fellow council members, my fellow citizens. Veterans Day is tomorrow, so it seems appropriate now to speak of this holiday. Because the subject is complex, I will address two brief topics. One, the meaning of Veterans Day, and second, the price of Veterans Day. Lastly, a few words of gratitude. Veterans Day and Memorial Day are often confused. Veterans Day is for all who served in the armed forces. Memorial Day is for the dead. It is just as well that we confuse these two because it reminds us that these days are too often more about barbecue and beer than they are about service and duty. Tomorrow, somebody someplace will undoubtedly say, we celebrate all those who wore the uniform, heroes all. I don't doubt the good intentions, but it's cliched. Hero is so overused it's to now be almost meaningless. A TV segment I saw notwithstanding, someone who adopts puppies is not a hero. Nice, but not a hero. The difference is one of definition. It is also one of dignity. It's the difference between congratulation and commemoration. There are real heroes, don't get me wrong. But in addition to the word hero, let us speak more often the word remember. Remember the veteran's name. Remember that this man, this woman wore with honor the uniform of democracy, the uniform of the republic. Remember they answered the call of duty, the summons of the trumpet. Remember the service. Remember. That's the meaning of Veterans Day. As for the price, consider just one. At a time in their lives when they should have been working on the skills of intimacy, our veterans found themselves sharpening a bayonet, clearing a minefield, cleaning an M16 instead of dry cleaning that suit or that long black dress for a date. It's easy to say the wars deprive folks of their lives and their limbs. We also deprive many a soldier of psychic wholeness. It's painful to speak of Audie Murphy, our most decorated soldier of World War II, having flashbacks during which he held his wife at gunpoint. I'm idealistic. I'm not naive. Wars are often misguided and fought for all the wrong reasons. But no 19-year-old ever enlisted so that a corporation could post a higher quarterly dividend. There are a lot of reasons for enlistment. Among them are the ideals of democracy and the republic. Today, the democratic republic is under threat. It is well that we enlist, if you will, these elemental ideals, democracy, the republic. On November the 11th, we honor all living veterans. That said, we are remiss if we do not take a moment to pay homage to those who gave the last full measure of devotion. As the modern poet Louis Binion wrote of the lost in World War I, they shall not grow old as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. All veterans have said softly to themselves at one time or another, there but for the grace of God go I. But we did come home. We live in a city we love, University City. We live in a republic we love. We live in a democracy that we love, and we are free. On behalf of my city, I say to you, my fellow veterans, this one simple thing. Thank you. Thank you on behalf of your neighbors.
Any other council comments from members of council? Very briefly, I would like to just remind everybody that we are very pleased to say that Pershing Avenue construction started. So that is long overdue, and we are grateful. I cannot tell you how grateful we are that it has started. I also hope that you got a chance to read the Post-Dispatch, and I would like to send my congratulations to our partners at the school district in that, unless I am off, the school district of University City was the third most improved school district, I believe, in St. Louis County over the past year on their annual report card. And I know that that takes an awful lot of work from an awful lot of people to move that needle that significantly. We hope that our partnership with the school district as we move forward, particularly with the markets at Olive, with long-term financial stability for the school district and for us, because that will provide two different sources, sales tax to us and property taxes to the school district, that we could continue to improve our school district. And I will not be nearly so as eloquent as my second ward council member, but I too, on behalf of the city, would like to thank all the veterans for their service. We appreciate all that you have done to make our country safe, stronger, and better, and we thank you immensely for your sacrifice. With that being said, I would welcome a motion to go into closed session according to Missouri Revised Statute 610.021, legal actions, causes of action, or litigation involving a public governmental body, and any confidential or public privileged communications between a public governmental body or its representatives or attorneys. Is there such a motion? Motion made by Councilmember Smothers and seconded by Councilmember McMahon. Is there a discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Teeman,
Aye.
Councilmember McMahon,
Aye.
Councilmember Brenner,
Aye.
Councilmember Fuller,
Aye.
Councilmember Smotherson,
Aye.
Councilmember Clay, Mayor Crowe.
Aye. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.